أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله أحمده تعالى واستغفره، وأعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له، ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليك يا رسول الله. أما بعد, my dear brothers and sisters, السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول: وأن المساجد لله فلا تدعوا مع الله أحد. This verse in the Quran teaches us how to behave in the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So declaration number one. So tonight, as I promised you in the beginning of Ramadan, we're going to discuss the etiquettes and the ethics, how to come to the masjid and how to behave in the masjid. And this is as a reminder, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَذَكِّرْ, remind them, إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُذَكِّرْ, only a reminder. لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر. So you don't have control over them, you only remind them, and if they disobey, Allah is the one who will punish them. So first statement, وأن المساجد لله. So mosques, masjid, belongs to who? Allah. But do not mistake the difference between an owner and a manager. Who's the owner of the masjid? I'm asking, who's the owner? Allah. But a manager could be somebody else. Could be a human being, because Allah isn't going to come manage the masjid. So Allah said, any masjid belongs to Allah, purely to Allah. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ. So when you come to the masjid, you know that this masjid belongs to Allah. But it doesn't give you the right, I can do whatever I want. No, because there is management. I'll give you an example. Brother Hisham here is a big manager in McDonald's. He doesn't own them, he runs them. There's a big difference. So might be a man who owned the restaurant, or owned the McDonald's, or owned the franchise, but he hired him to be the big manager, so he run the show. But he's not the owner. He followed the owner's command. I want you to open from 8 to 5 to do this and that. So this is just a clarification. And the masajida belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَلَا, now he ordered you, فَلَا تَدْعُوا إِنَّ الْمَسْجِدْ مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدٍ. That's why if somebody trying to sell a product for himself, the Prophet said, لَا بَارَكَ اللَّهُ لَكَ فِي بِضَاعَتِكَ. May Allah never bless your product. You can't come in the masjid and try to solicit and sell. So again, don't misunderstand. If the masjid is trying to sell something because we're raising fund to pay the bills, but we're not soliciting. But a person, let's say somebody sell perfume or sell hats or sell something, comes in the middle of the masjid, this is not allowed, because this is the masjid, it's not for sale. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدٍ. First thing, before you enter the masjid, see, akhi, this book's beautiful. Read it, understand it. First thing, he said, يَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Okay, the statement is to whom? Human, people. I really reflected on this verse. Why Allah subhanahu? Who entered the masjid? Muslims. Who prays in the masjid? Muslims. So why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse did he say, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, you who believe. Ya Muslims. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ أَسْلَمُوا. But he said, يَا بَنِي آدَمَ خُذُوا زِينَتَكُمْ عِنْدَ كُلِّ مَسْجِدٍ. Allah said, O mankind, O human, O son of Adam, take order. خُذُوا, you must. زِينَتَكُمْ, best of your clothes. عِنْدَ كُلِّ مَسْجِدٍ, every time you come to the masjid. That's what Allah said. So I asked myself, and I want you to think with me, because Islam, tadabbur. Why did Allah say, Ya Bani Adam, and He didn't say, Ya Ayyuhalladhina Aman? What's the difference? people who come to the masjid are Muslim or mu'min. So Allah should say, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu. But He said, Ya bani Adam. See, if Allah said, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, خُذُوا زِينَتَكُمْ عِنْدَ كُلِّ masjid, that will make it that Allah discriminate. But Allah said, Ya bani Adam. Any human being comes to the masjid because Allah wants everybody to be a mu'min or a Muslim. See the rahmah of Allah. خُذُوا زِينَتَكُمْ عِنْدَ كُلِّ masjid. This is the explanation of the verse. But what does that mean? You have to come to the masjid. Do you know your wedding night? How do you dress in your wedding night? Can you go in your wedding with shorts? Can you go with tank tops? Can you go with dirty clothes? Can you go with jeans that's ripped? You don't. Can you go to, if you finish your education or looking for an interview, can you go just anything, dress anyway? Can't. You have to dress beautiful in order to appearance. So Allah wants Muslims when they come to the masjid to have appearance, to have beauty. Inna Allaha jameel. Allah is beautiful. Yuhibbul jamal. He loves beauty. So this is number one. When you come to the masjid, you have to be dressed the best. So people who don't, especially Salat al-Jum'ah, and they dress anything, shorts, jeans, dirty clothes, things that you will not even go. What happened? One, you disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number two, there's a kafir out there watching you. And he said, look at the Muslims, how dirty they are, how filthy they are. But when you appear nicely, if you don't believe me, Christians are much better than us. Don't believe me? Go on Sunday in front of any church, take pictures. They're wearing suit, ties, dresses. Their kids look like flowers, dressed very, very nice. You come into the masjid, hey kid, let's go. He's underwear. That's okay, it's the masjid. That doesn't work that way. So number one, we're disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whatever we dress, don't feel comfortable as I'm going, it's a masjid, what's the big deal? No. You go into the house of King of the Kings, your Creator. Take that in your head. You go into the Prophet ﷺ had special clothes to the masjid, especially Eid and Jum'ah. Eid and Jum'ah, he had just a special jilbab for this occasions only. You wear it in Eid and you wear it in Jum'ah. So that's number one. You have to dress well. So because before you come, the other night I was praying next to someone. Brother Saeed was leading the salah, and I was in the back next to someone. Wallahi, he's right on my left, and the entire salah, I was praying like this. Because if I turn my head, he stunk. I wanted to vomit. I'm very frank and upfront. Can't come to the masjid stink. Take a shower, my brother, take a shower, my sister, clean up yourself. The first chapters in any fiqh book, first chapter, at-tahara, cleansing, cleaning. First chapter, clean, dress nice. So before you come to the masjid, this is what I advise you from reading the Quran. I'm going to the masjid. Take a shower, wash, put some underarm. Men put some deodorant or some perfume. Prophet ﷺ says, Akhi, I'll talk to you by Quran and Sunnah, nothing else. And if I see something wrong, please see me in my office and tell me, here's a hadith, say something different than what you're saying. The Prophet ﷺ said, حُبِّبَ إِلَيَّ مِن دُنْيَاكُمْ ثَلَاث. Three things in this dunya that I love. At-tib, perfume, number one. At-tib, so good perfume on. وَالنِّسَاء, and women, وَجُعِلَتْ قُرَّةُ عَيْنِي فِي الصَّلَاةِ, and the salah become beloved to my eye and my heart. So we want to follow the Prophet ﷺ. So dress nice. Let your wife smell you. Let your kids smell you. Sister smell you. Let whoever say, do I smell nice or not? And come to the masjid, smell nice. Imagine if we are here, mashallah, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, each line 25, 100 people, 100 men standing. If everyone got some perfume, when you come to the masjid, wow, it's like you're going to the section in the mall where they have perfume. It smells nice. But if everybody eating garlic and tome and curry and this and that, and we stunk, you know, the person, as soon as you open the door, you walk in and say, wow, this is how Muslims smell? That's why the Prophet ﷺ, he said, من أكل بصلا أو ثوما فلا يأتين مسجدنا فليعتزلنا. Whoever eat garlic or onion should not come to the masjid. Ya Allah, you Prophet of Allah, you're preventing people from coming to the masjid. Yes. If he harmed the Muslims, he doesn't want them there. So this is number 2. 1, get dressed well, put perfume, make wudu in your home before you come, and come into the masjid. Rule number 1, we have 2 signs, says, take your shoes, put them on the shelf. It's like Muslim blind, you can't read. We have it written in Arabic and in English, and maybe if one of my brothers Pakistani can write it in Urdu too, so everybody can see it in their language. Somali, please write it for me in Somali, I'll hang it in there. Take your shoes, put it on the shelf. Our shelves on both sides, our shelves inside. Well, people don't do that. Here we go. It's the house of Allah, who cares? Wallahi, probably you don't do that in your own house. Probably when you get in, you take your shoes, put them on the shelf or somewhere. You don't just, imagine you're in your house, your kids just come through, one shoes in the living room, one shoes in the dining room, and your wife does the same thing. It's not, you know, discipline. So that's number 2. Number 3, when you enter somebody's house, you knock on the door, and when they come in, you say, Assalamu alaikum, or good morning, or how are you, or hi. So how do you say good morning, or hi, to Allah, or Assalamu alaikum to Allah? How do you do that? 2 rak'ah. So you don't, Ahlan Ali, I didn't miss you, brother. There's people reading Quran, there's people praying, and you become so distraction. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Hujurat, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu la tarfa'u aswatakum. Don't raise your voices. فوق صوت النبي, above the Prophet's voice. ولا تجهروا له بالقول. Hey! Ya akhi, this is the masjid. It's the masjid of Allah. So you have to come, you walk in, yeah, everybody's your friend. Sit and make your 2 rak'ah. Sit down quietly, open your mushaf, read, make istighfar, you know, something. Be quiet. Hidu. Masjid, Yawm al-Jum'ah, sometimes I find people, they're talking. And I'm sitting here right before the Jum'ah and I can hear them. And I turn around and look at them. Who cares? Keep talking. Loud, obnoxious. These people are trying to read Surah Al-Kahf, or some people are making ruku' and sujood, but they continue. So this is haram, to raise your voice in the masjid. So when you come in, you take care of the 2 rak'ah, and then you sit quietly. And if after the salah is over, فَإِذَا قُضِيَتِ الصَّلَاةِ, from the Quran, Surah Al-Jum'ah, فَإِذَا قُضِيَتِ الصَّلَاةِ فَانْتَشِرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Then leave, stand outside the masjid, go to Starbucks, go somewhere, and do whatever you want. But don't stand, you know, sometimes you find 6, 7 guys stand right in the middle, blah, 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 and this, other people still did not finish their sunnah or salah because they were late. So you're distracting them, you're disturbing them. So this is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to respect the masjid. When you come to make wudu, so you go, make wudu. Again, look at the shelves here. We made these shelves for you. We bought it, you know, for you, for your use, so you don't get, when you leave your shoes there, some wearing socks, some barefoot. Bathrooms usually not clean. I hope they are, but they're not. So we put this, you know, shoes for you so you can go inside, wear them. Where did you take you find it on the shelf. You picked it up from the shelf. You put it in your feet. You went to the bathroom and you used it. You came back. Says, thank you, shoes. Put it back where it belongs. No, I find the brother, one on this side, one on this side. So half an hour later, we find the entire shoes like walking to the bathroom by themselves. Mismatches and why Muslims? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, every salah lines you up, but doesn't hit. Why it doesn't hit? It hits on the outside. Or you are in a bus station or in a DMV, and you stand like, take a number and you sit because there's a policeman there. Why you don't respect your own masjid? And you threw the ship. I can very easily say, hey sisters, let's just take a bag, took all the ship, threw in the trash. And you deal whatever you want. But we bring it to you so it becomes useful. Akhi, this is respect. If you don't respect the masjid, you don't respect Allah. And then we go inside the bathrooms. Oh, God. He went to the bathroom. I'm talking about men, I didn't see women, but men. It's clean, right? You're going to sit on the toilet. Akhi, this is not Islam. Let's talk about something else. Akhi, this is the pure Islam. So, if the toilet is dirty, would you sit on it? You wouldn't. So you sit on it, take care of business, and you wash and you leave, and Allah knows, how did you get the water everywhere? I have no idea. Even if you did, take a piece of towel, take a piece of toilet paper, wipe what you've done, because someone else coming to sit in the same place. Wallahi, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. He would not really become a believer, true mu'min, unless you love for your brother. So if you want to sit on a dirty toilet, then let your brother sit on a dirty toilet. I'm going to tell you a fun story. And ladies, please listen to me. I know you're talking, and we said it's bad. There was a brother last year, came to i'tikaf. He said, Brother Muhammad, I'm so excited. This is the first time in my life I know what's i'tikaf. What should I do? I said, Ahlan brother, just sit with us, inshallah, I'll show you. Then he really loved it. And then the 5th day of i'tikaf, 25th of Ramadan, he said, brother, I want to do something good for the masjid. I'm going to clean the toilets. I said, may Allah bless you. So he took a bucket and a mop and went to the men's bathroom, cleaned it, and then he went to the women's bathroom to clean. He came running out. Alhamdulillah, brother, I never seen anything like that. There's blood everywhere. I'm going to vomit, I'm fasting. I said, Ajib, why sister you do that? Why you leave your blood everywhere? Haram, sister. Aren't you clean? Aren't the ones supposed to be cleaner than men? I'm not trying to say that because the brother almost vomited and he was upset. So don't you have the dignity and the decency to put it in a plastic bag and wrap it and put it somewhere else? You want a brother come in and looking to see what you're doing? Islam, sister, is not the salah and the qiyam. Islam is action, it's behavior. And all my time is up. There's a lot of discipline, and inshallah we'll make khutbah al-Jum'ah. We'll talk again maybe in 10 days about that. We'll take about 10 minutes break, inshallah, we'll come to the salah. So brothers, please, don't listen to me. I'm a human being like you. Listen to the Quran, listen to the Sunnah, listen to the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger. Finally, وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. The house is for Allah, the masjid for Allah, so do not worship but Allah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. السلام عليكم.